If you're feeling stressed about Me Made May, you're probably doing it wrong. And I know because every year May rolls around and I start seeing the posts on Instagram and the videos on YouTube about like week one, Me Made May, everything I wore, what I made, all that kind of thing. And I always think, oh, I've missed it again. Because for some reason, May just sneaks up on me. It's one of those months that I'm not really thinking about it, and I always forget about Me Made May until it's actually happening. So this year, instead of feeling guilty for not participating and trying to scramble and figure out something to do, which is what I've done in past years, I decided to go to the source and find out exactly what it was and exactly what the challenge entailed. Now, you can go listen to the podcast, check your thread from Zoe, who started the entire Me Made May movement, hashtag, whatever you want to call it, almost 16 years ago, and hear it from her directly. But after I listened to her podcast, I realized that this is not something that I feel like I need in my life, and I need to stop feeling guilty about it. So, what is Me Made May? You may be asking. It is a wardrobe challenge to help you get in touch with how you feel about your handmade wardrobe. It's personal, it's for you. It's not somebody else to tell you what to do. And it's to wear as many of your Me Made items in the month of May as more than usual or in a different way. But the idea is that you wear something um, regularly and you get in touch with the clothes that you've made and you decide if you like them or not and how you feel about them. So let's start there. I love the clothes that I make. I love the fabrics I use. I wear my clothes when I go out places. So if I go to the museum, I'm going to put on a Me Made outfit. If I go out to dinner with my husband, I'm going to put on a Me Made outfit. If I have any event that I have to go to and a Me Made outfit is appropriate, I'm going to wear it. But I am not going to create a pledge for myself that I'm going to wear Me Made clothing every day in the month of May. Because for me, that's just unrealistic. I'm required to wear a suit every day to court because if you didn't know, I'm also a lawyer. I don't make suits. I don't enjoy making tailored garments. Do I want to fill out that part of my wardrobe? Not really. I have enough suits. And, Tahari and Calvin Klein do a very good job with that. And so I don't feel the need. What I do like making are dresses and skirts and occasionally a top. But lately it's been a lot of dresses because a dress is the perfect outfit. You throw on a cute pair of shoes, you grab some fancy jewelry, you can mix it up, mix and match, and you've got a whole outfit with just one make, and that's the best part of it. But I do have other things. But my dresses are very brightly colored, and they don't really go with a jacket. So I'm not going to wear them to court. And the other things that I make, mostly dresses again, I'll wear them when I go somewhere, but I'm not going to wear them around the house, and I'm not going to wear them to the grocery store, and I'm not going to wear them to walk the dog. So that whole part of it is kind of unrealistic for me. But hey, here's the good news. It's personal. So if I don't think I have a bad relationship with my Me Made items, and I wear my Me Made wardrobe, then I don't think this is necessarily the right challenge for me. But if you feel like, your Me Made items are lesser than your ready to wear items that you bought off the rack, maybe you should give it a go. Maybe you should try it out and see what you like about the things you've made and what you don't like. And that's what Zoe did. That was her original idea, was to see where there were holes in her wardrobe, see what she reached for more often than others, and to fill it in with new pieces instead of constantly making the same thing over and over again that she might not need more of. And there's also a whole sustainability component in the original Me Made May concept, which still continues 16 years later, about sewing sustainably and overproducing. And maybe you need to stop sewing some things and start sewing other things. And once again, it's personal to you. Now, sustainability is not really something that comes to mind when I sew. Yes, I'm making clothing and I'm not buying fast fashion, but that's not the number one reason. I sew because I love sewing and I love making clothes from colorful fabric, as you probably have noticed, and I love wearing them. And that to me is an expression of my personality and my personal style. And that's the reason I sew. I don't sew to be sustainable. I'm not going to, Frankenfabric together a scrappy project and turn it into a jacket. I mean, who knows? Maybe one day I might, but I have no plans to do that, to save every single scrap of fabric. I do save my scraps. I use them as samples. You've seen them show up in various videos, but it's not something that's a priority for me right now, and that's certainly not the reason that I sew. The reason I sew is for me. It's to express my creativity. It's to express my style. It's to feel the joy of wearing something that I made and knowing it's well made and loving the fabric, and then having a total stranger be like, wow, that is a great jacket. Or that dress is fantastic. Where did you get it? And being able to say, I made it. Thanks. Thanks for noticing it. And then my second favorite thing to say is when they're like, oh, can you make me one? Be like, no, I can't. You probably can't afford me. Going on to more reasons that I am not participating in Me May May this year. It is not a sewing competition. So you're not actually supposed to make anything in Me Made May, and this comes from Zoe herself, that it is not a making challenge. It is a let's wear what we have and do an assessment of what we like, what we don't like, what fits, what doesn't, all that kind of thing. Now, you know me, and I love a good sewing challenge. And not sewing in a month, and it's not that you can't sew, but that's not the point of it. The point is to wear your wardrobe, not to sew more things. And once I found that out, I was a little disappointed. That's what I'll say. I was disappointed. I thought there was a sewing challenge component to sew things in May that you would then wear in May. That's what I initially thought. So when I found out that that was not a component at all, I was a little disappointed and like, yeah, maybe that's another reason to not do it this year, because I thought it was a challenge. And then last, but definitely not least, it is not a let's show everybody what we did on social media. So it's not a post every day or, show a video, a fashion show, or any of those kind of things. And that's fine with me, frankly, because I'm not great at posting on social media. I like to make videos. I like to share my makes with you. But posting pictures with captions and hashtag Me Made May 2025, frankly, if you go back through my Instagram or YouTube posts, you're going to see that there's not a lot that happens in May unless I'm traveling. And if I'm traveling, then I will post what I'm wearing wherever I happen to be, but that's just incidental. And if it's in May, then I will slap a hashtag Me Made May caption on it to show that I'm wearing things that I've made, but it's always secondary. Because one of the big things about Me Made May is that you're supposed to plan in advance, which is where I fail terribly. You're supposed to make a pledge in advance, before May 1st, of what you're going to wear and how you're going to wear your Me Made wardrobe throughout the month of May. And since I never think about Me Made May prior to actual being into May, this is a problem for me. But if you are someone who wants to work more of your Me Made makes into your wardrobe, this might be a good challenge for you. So you can go check out Sozo blog on Instagram and see Zoe in action over there. If you're feeling at odds with your Me Made wardrobe, this may be a good challenge for you. But knowing now that it's a personal challenge to wear more of my wardrobe, and with my work schedule, that's really not going to happen very often. And then let's face it, once I come home, I'm going to put on a t-shirt and jeans. One day I will have me-made jeans that fit perfectly, but we're not there yet. So I'll get dressed up when I want, but I'm not going to write a pledge that when I get dressed up to go somewhere during the month of May, I will wear me-made, because that's what I already do. And I do that 12 months of the year, not just in May. So for me, this doesn't really make a lot of sense. And really, to make this video, I feel like I'm absolving myself of the stress and the guilt of not participating when I see so many other people participating and posting and showing what they're wearing and showing what they're making. And I'm just glad that I kind of know now what it's all about. And Zoe herself says, this is personal. If you feel like it's right for you, do it. If you don't do it. It's fine. And if you don't want to post and you just want to wear the clothes, that's fine. And if you want to post, that's fine. But the idea is that you write a pledge, and that's the part where it's just not going to happen. So, if you want to learn more about Me Made May and feel better about your handmade wardrobe, then definitely go check your thread where she goes through everything, what Me Made May is, what it is not, and how to participate if you so choose. Even though I think we're halfway through the month, you could still do it if you wanted to. It's never too late to start wearing handmade items and, see if it's right for you. It's not right for me, and that's okay. And now, moving forward, I will not feel guilty about not participating and about forgetting at the end of every April that I'm supposed to be writing a pledge to wear more handmade clothing. It's okay. I'm feeling much better about this. And if you've been stressing out because you think you should participate or you don't know how to participate and you want to participate but you're not really sure what it is, definitely go check out the podcast. I'll put a link in the description below and you can decide if it's right for you. In the meantime, I've got another great video coming up next. You totally want to go check this out. I know it's what you need to make you feel like sewing all over again. I'll see you over there.